Hi there. Today I wanted to explain about the paragraphs and paragraph styles in InDesign. First of all, we need to know that what is a paragraph. So this is an InDesign file. If I wanted to create a text frame, so simply to have some placeholder text, you can right click to the text frame and select fill with placeholder text. It just fills the text frame with some random letters without any meaning. Okay, so now let's see what is a paragraph. A paragraph is a bunch of text that are separated with enter. So to find out if we press enter anywhere in between the text and where the paragraph will start or end, we need to find the enter key. So to find the enter keys, you need to go to Type, Show Hidden Characters. If I zoom on some part of the text, you can see some hidden characters are shown in between the text, and each of those has specific meanings. For example, this symbol is represent enter key, or this little blue dot will represent space key. Okay. So as you can see here, after the second line, we have one enter. So it means that the first two lines are in one paragraph, and the second two lines are in the second paragraph, and we have one paragraph here as well because we ended it with another enter. Okay, so now let's see what is the paragraph style. Okay, so if you go to the type and select paragraph styles, you see a window is open. So we have a basic paragraph as a basic, which is what a default of the all the styling for the text in InDesign. But if I wanted to have a specific styling, you can simply click on the plus, create new style, and you see by default InDesign rename it as paragraph style 1. Just double click on the space on the left side of the name, and the paragraph style options window is open. So we have lots of different options here to edit. Always make sure the preview is checked, because whatever you edit, you can see will apply to your paragraph. So let's rename this paragraph to heading. It's very important to always put a meaningful name for each styling. Then later you can find the styling easier. In the second tab, we have basic character formats. So you can change the format or the font of the paragraph here, the styling, the sizing. So let me just keep the Minion Pro as a font and change the size to 36 point. We have a kerning here, leading, tracking, underline, and so on. Let me just check underline as well. So in the other tab, we have advanced character formats, indent and spacing. So in here also, it's very important. You can change the alignment, left indent, right, and so on. So let me just change the space after this paragraph. So as you can see, all my units are in inches. So I add some spacing after my paragraph. Another thing that I wanted to change here is just changing the character color. So I wanted to change the color of my heading text to blue. So let me see how it looks like. As you see, all my text were selected. That's why this paragraph style is applied to everywhere. So I just need to select the whole text, give it back to basic paragraph. And if, for example, the first paragraph, which is the first two lines, if I assume it as my heading, so you can select the whole, or you can simply click select any part of the paragraph and click on the heading. you see simply it just apply to the paragraph. As you can see, it just find where the paragraph finished because we have this symbol as a separator for the paragraph. So for example, if I double click in another paragraph, which is for example here, and I click on the heading, it will apply to that specific paragraph. Let me press Ctrl Z to undo. Now, if I wanted to create another paragraph style for example, subheading, again, simply you can click outside of the text frame to unselect the text frame, then click on the paragraph style and create new style. Double click on the new paragraph style. First of all, we rename it to subheading. Then again, you can edit the text. So let me just change it to italic, and the heading, subheading, I wanted, for example, 18 point. Let me change the character color to something different to make differentiate between the heading and subheading, and hit OK. So simply the subheading paragraph style is created here, but it not applied to my text because the text frame were not selected. Simply if I click inside any paragraph and just by click on the subheading, it will apply to the specific paragraph that we were there. Okay, so let's go back and create another paragraph style. This time I wanted to create a paragraph style for body text. So okay, so one thing is important here is pay attention to the based on. So as you can see here, the body text that I created is created based on subheading. So when it's based on any other style, you see all the style formatting will apply to that. So for example, font style italic, size 18, or even pink character. But I don't want it to be based on the subheading. You can select any other style, or you can simply change it to no paragraph style. So in here, I wanted to change the style to, for example, 12 point. I want to have some spacing after each, or for example, before each paragraph. And let me change the color to black and hit OK. So there it is. So we have a body copy style. And if I just select the rest of the text here, rest of the paragraphs, and click on the body style, simply the body style is applied. Something which is different here is the spacing. And if I double click to the body text and wanted to edit any part, you can simply, to see what happened because all my text frame were selected and I clicked on the body text, so it applied to everywhere. So I press Ctrl Z, click outside, or you can click on just the body text inside the text, double click to the body text. As the preview is checked, whatever I edit here, you can see how it will look like. So for example, if I wanted to have more spacing, even after each paragraph, it will see, as you can see, just add more spacing between the paragraphs. If I wanted to have left indent, you see it will apply to the text. If I wanted, for example, to have another text font, so you can apply any font that you wanted, and it will simply apply to the whole text under this style. So why it's really, really important to use paragraph styles for a big project with lots of text. The reason for that is you can simply create a paragraph style once and use it as many times as you need. So if I'm going to create a magazine with, for example, 50 pages, and I wanted to have a repetition in respect of the text and styling for all the pages between the headings, all the same body copy text format, and so on, you can simply create paragraph style once and use it in all those 50 pages. There are some more tips that you need to edit in here. You can apply to that. For example, if you select some part of text and you wanted to change that text in different way, for example, if I wanted to use all cap for some a word inside my heading, as you edit that part, or let me just maybe change the color as well to make it more different. So now here, as you can see, the format, the style of this word is different from the whole paragraph words. And when it happened, a little plus is applied in my paragraph style for the heading paragraph style. It means that I override on top of my paragraph styles. But if you wanted to remove the overrides, you can simply click of this little icon in here, and it will just push everything back to the default of that paragraph style. Okay, so let's have a look inside the paragraph styles and see what other options we have access to that. As you can see, already we have the access to the control of spacing and indent. You can even change the alignment. If you use a tab key, so you can play with the tabs in here as well. If you wanted to have paragraph rules, you can check rule on, for example, for rule above or rule below. As you can see, it applied to my text. If I uncheck the rule, it's going to back to the normal. Paragraph border, paragraph shading. We have more options here like hyphenation. So if you wanted to, for example, avoid all the hyphens in the text, you can uncheck the hyphenate. Or if you wanted to play with the more edit of the hyphenations, you can edit the how many after how many words it happened, after how many letters in a word it happened, and so on. We have justification. And also we have a bullets and numbering. So if you have some part of the text that you wanted to apply the bullets, you can create a specific paragraph style for that part. So you can use, for example, bullets. As you see, again, because my body copy text is selected, this is a body copy paragraph style, it applied to that. So you can use a bullet or even numbering. And you can change the alignment with that. Okay, let me change it to none. So we already talked with the color, and also you can change the tint of each color, weight, stroke, and so on. So the color that you have access here are the colors that you have them in the swatches. If you wanted to add more color, you need to add those color into the swatches in InDesign first, then you have access to those color in here as well. So we have underline options and so on. So hit OK. There it is. So this is all the options in the paragraph style, and you can apply those in your text. There is another way that we can create a paragraph and use the paragraph style. In the second way, you can first use any style that you wanted. So make sure to apply. Select the whole text and apply basic. There it is. So in this case, if I don't have a specific idea that how to create my styles, first I can create specific style for example, my heading. So I can change the heading, for example, to Arial. Let me change it to bigger font and even different color. Okay, so then I wanted to apply, and also in the text, as you can see in the tools here, we have space after, space before, so I can apply some space after. And then this is the format for my heading. Then I can create a heading paragraph style in here. So let me select the text, or just click in between the paragraph and click on the plus. You see a new paragraph style is created. If you double click on that and rename it to, for example, heading 2, and there it is. As you can see, the font family is Arial, the sizing, the character and color and everything is set based on what I created already. So for example, if I create another paragraph and click on that, and if I click on the heading 2, it will apply to that. Or even if I wanted to apply in any other headings, it perfectly applies to that. So it's really helpful tool that, for example, if you finalize with your design and you finished all the colors, formatting, styling, but at the end you decided to change the color of, for example, the heading. So instead of just going for each heading separately for each page and change the color of those, you can simply click on the paragraph style for that specific styling and just apply different color for that and see how it looks. So it will apply to all the color paragraphs that those paragraph style is applying to them. It's really fast and easy to work and save lots of time for you. I hope you find this video useful, and thank you for watching this video.